Welcome to this quick tutorial about OBS. OBS is an open source desktop recording software which makes it fast and simple to stream or record your screen or game. The installation is really easy and intuitive. Just browse to the OBS website, go to Downloads and select the version you need. If your operating system is 32-bit, download the 32-bit version. Otherwise, download the normal version. The download will take some time depending on your internet speed. After downloading, you can just run the installer and grant administrator rights for the installation. You will come to this first screen, which asks you to close background applications. This is normally not needed, but if you want to stay safe, close all programs except the installer. Then click Next. If you see a pop-up message asking you to install 1 or 2 additional programs, please do that. For me, it asks to install Visual C++, which is needed for OBS to run. The installation progress should be self-explanatory, as you can see in the video. Now we go back to the installation of OBS, grant administrator rights again and press Next. It should now go as planned. Just accept the license agreement and set the installation path, which you can also leave as the default path. In this window you can choose additional components, like a browser source to record a virtual browser and the RealSense source, which is needed if you have a specific RealSense hardware. If you have checked everything you need, just press Install. This process shouldn't take very long. After installation, you can click Finish and OBS should start automatically. The first thing that pops up is another license agreement. Of course you can read it first, but I'm just gonna press OK. Now that we are in OBS, it will ask you if you want to let the Auto Configure wizard set all video settings. For this tutorial, I will set all settings by hand and explain them to you. So the first thing we will do is to go into the settings of OBS and navigate to the Output tab. Here we will change the video and audio bitrate and the output video format. The bitrate is the amount of change every second of video can process. The higher the bitrate, the better the quality of the video, but also a bigger file size. This is a problem when it comes to streaming. Streaming always has a much slower bitrate than normal videos, because your upload speed is in most cases lower than the bitrate needed for the best quality. Here you can see which bitrate is best for which resolution. You can also choose a much higher bitrate and render it with a video editing program, if you want to cut it anyways. But this is limited by the hardware of your computer. If you will make a live stream and want to know the highest bitrate you can use, go to speedtest.net and make a test. Just press go and wait until it has finished. The upload result for your bitrate times 100 should be the video bitrate you can use without problems. You can then compare this result with your YouTube website to see which screen resolution you can use. So for myself, I set the bitrate to 35,000 because I will edit the video afterwards, and the higher the bitrate, the less quality loss happens between those renderings. Then we will set the audio bitrate to a standard high quality 192 bits. And the recording quality to same as stream. Then we change the recording format to MP4. Press Apply and navigate to the Video tab. Here we will set the screen resolution to the one you have found on the YouTube page. The maximum is of course your screen resolution. Also set the output resolution to the same as the screen resolution. The downscale filter is irrelevant because we won't scale it down. The frames per second values depend on what you want to record. You have seen them on the bitrate website from YouTube. But what should you choose? If you record gaming videos with a lot of action and movement, having 60 FPS is the way to go, to get the better viewing experience. But you can also choose something lower, to as low as 24 FPS. Everything lower than that makes the video less enjoyable to watch for the viewer. These are some of the most important settings to make for a standard video recording or standard stream. If you have more questions or want an in-depth or longer tutorial on all the settings of OBS, write it in the comments. So now we will just click apply and OK and land back on the OBS main screen. Now I will show you the easiest way of recording your screen. This method will also record the window surroundings like the taskbar and the window title. Go to the source square and click on the plus symbol and select Display Capture. Confirm the name, press OK and now select the screen you want to record. After pressing OK again, everything should be set and you can start streaming or recording by pressing the specific button. In my example, I'm going to press Start Recording. I'm just going to quickly play a browser game to show you how this process works. Quickly make my moves and now I should be finished. Just press Stop Recording and wait a moment to let OBS save your file. You can find your video under File and then Show Recordings. This will open up the Windows Explorer with the default video folder. Here you can find all the videos you have made with OBS. Of course, you can change the path in the OBS settings. If you look at the video file, it's named after the date and time it was recorded. If everything worked correctly, the video will play just fine, as you can see right here. Now we come to recording only a specific window without the whole desktop surroundings. First we delete the display capture by selecting it and clicking on the minus symbol. Then we proceed similarly to the desktop capture. Click the plus symbol and select the game capture. Then change the mode to Capture Specific Window and the window to the game you want to capture. You need to have it open for OBS to identify it. Change the window match priority to Match Tile, otherwise find window of same executable. Leave the rest as default and press OK. Bring the game to the foreground and it should be recognized by OBS. If it doesn't fit the whole OBS window and there are black bars around the game, you need to resize it. Right-click the source and select under Category Transform the option Fit to Screen. Now everything should be set and you can hit Start Recording and it should work just fine. I'm just gonna play really quick a bit of RAV for this showcase. Just click Stop Recording to stop the recording. Navigate to Recorded Videos folder and you see it worked just fine. Now we come to the not so nice part, how to uninstall OBS. Just open the control panel and navigate to Uninstall a program. Find and select OBS and click on Uninstall/Change. Select everything unless you want to reinstall it later and click on Uninstall. Now OBS should be deleted. Of course, you keep all the recorded video files. If you have any more questions or want that I go into more detail with some settings, just write it in the comments. Thanks for watching.